Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for all your support on our first video. Join us this week as we're tying up a few loose ends, finally dealing with the issues we've had with Give Energy, and believe it or not, encountering our first customer that's angry about us filming. And she said, not at all, get that camera away or I'll smash it up. It's going to be an eventful one, so stick around and let's dive in. Hey guys, picking up the camera late today. Boys have left, Connor's just leaving now. So it's a very misty day today. Quite a nice morning actually. I think it's going to clear up to be a nice day. So the stores are looking bare at the moment. I mean, we've got nothing in here really. Got an oven there to go out, a car charger to go out, some other little bits for another job. But yeah, I've got to get on the ordering. I've got, I think, 4 solar jobs to order this week. Ready for end of the month and December. But 2 of them are pending with National Grid. I've been chasing up the applications last night, but hopefully they'll come soon. We'll get the grid allowances and get them booked in. So Jack's rental van is coming today, so we can get his repaired. I've got to speak to the repair company so they can come and collect it tomorrow, and then hopefully Jack's van will be repaired. I'll show you the damage on that. Unfortunately, he got reversed into by a lorry in Cardigan, so that's not ideal, and it's taken a little bit of time to get this all sorted because yeah, insurance companies are a nightmare. But I've got another day in the office. I think I have 1 job to go see, possibly. It's not booked in, but I'm going to try and go and see it today. But yeah, just keep hitting it hard. Luke's back in Emlyn Kitchens. He's just cracking on there. Get the heaters all on today so that we can really get some heating in there. I'm just popping into Emlyn now to see Jack at his job in Emlyn Kitchens. I'm going to set the heaters up for the customer. But the vans parked next to each other. I do prefer the white. I was always a fan of grey vans, and I've always had grey vans till I bought the first Fiat, and now I've got the second one. They do look way better with the white and the sign writing, so I think that's where we're going to go, get 2 more of them. So I've just been walking around with the owner, setting up the heaters. So they're all set up now. They come with this little dongle, so this dongle works through RF to all the heaters. He's got 9 in here, and then that connects to the Wi-Fi, so now he's got control on his phone, and he can you know, do the schedule and make sure that the boys don't leave him on. But yeah, Luke's getting on okay. He's just here with his college assessor. They're just going through some bits. He's just come to check on him. Luke should be finished soon, but he's just checking up his progress and stuff. Here she is, the rental van, fastest van we'll ever have. So I've got to pop out now and see Connor. He's having some issues finding the fault with the tripping. He's got dead short, but the place is wired really bad and it's super old. So I'm gonna go over to see him. I'm gonna use this van because why not? Free mileage, isn't it? Well, I think we've got this till the 17th of December. So I don't know if they're coming to get Jack's van until, I don't know, probably next week, because he said he's on holiday, the repair guy. So Jack's gonna keep using that. I'll use this, and then yeah, why not? Saves using our vans. But she's good. Basically the same spec as the Fiat. Yeah, much the same thing. A few extra toys on it, I think. It's got a rear camera, mirror and that sort of stuff. So the rear camera is like the rear view mirror is a camera, because of course you can't see back. But other than that, it's much the same spec. So I head over to Connor now and see how he's getting on. Went down and saw Connor. Couldn't really film there because the guy was following us around. He didn't really want me filming that place, but we'll probably get some footage when we get there next. So we chased the faults and they were coming back every time we thought we'd found them. So it's either mice or we maybe thought loose floorboards upstairs, maybe there's a cable, and when people are walking over it, it was causing issues. But the wiring is atrocious, so we're not even going to go any further with that. I told the guy we're just going to surface trunk, some new lighting. It's a takeaway. It's in the prep rooms and the back kitchen, so it'll be nice and tidy. Trunking, kinetic switches, new bulkheads, and it'll be fixed. So I'm going to get that booked in for the next few weeks, and until then I'm going to take him over some temporary lights tomorrow morning. So that's it for today. Dark now. Jack's back. New little van is great. It's just like my one really. All the tech in it is the same. It does have one of those cool mirrors though, which is different, but yeah, that's it for Wednesday. Good morning guys. Boys are off on their way today already. It's late into the morning and I'm just about to head off. Been in the office all morning doing some work. Had a few jobs to see today, some for the council, some solar jobs. So out and about. Jack's on the solar job finishing off the Reed Lewis one, and Jimmy's back with us today, so he's doing some editing ready for week one's vlog now, and then he's gonna head over and see Jack so that they can get some footage of that job finished off. So Luke's back in the kitchens and Connor's on the rewire. So yeah, I'll let Jack show you what's been going on there today.
And we're back in Reed Lewis, just finishing up where Connor left off. So this is the solar job that you've all seen before. It's on the social medias. You'll probably see pieces of it earlier in the week. So here we have the panels that myself and Connor put on last time we were here. And today what we're doing is we're finishing the run for the DCs. So that means getting conduit down and running the DC through the conduit. From there we've got an armoured cable to run from the meter cabinet to our inverter. And we've also got to make a few adjustments to fit in an adaptable box to put our meter in, so it's all waterproof. So I've just finished doing the conduit run and the DCs. So that's just here. So we have our conduit run coming off of the roof, along and down, until we reach our isolators, which I've now set and fixed. And here's the isolator for the AC and the meter. So next step is to adjust all that so we can fit a big adaptable box in, which I shall show you now. So we've got one with a clear lid, so you can actually see the meter while it's in the box. So we have this, nice, big, does the job. We'll put our meter in there, mount it to the back. That'll be nice and waterproof. The owner has, however, recently built a shelter around the kit, and it just so happens there's a bit of wood in the way now. So if I try to put the box there, it's going to be quite snug. So we'll figure it out. I've just spent the last couple of minutes digging a trench ready for our armour to go in. Got a coil of it just there. So I've also moved about the isolators so we can fit in this adaptable box. So what I've done now, we've got the adaptable box here with our cable for the inverter. We've got our AC isolator over here. So what we're going to do is we'll bring our armoured up in, out of the AC isolator, loop it over, back into the adaptable box to feed the meter. From the meter we come out with this, up into our inverter. So we've got all that to look forward to. I'm just waiting on one of the boys to bring down the cable. The trench has been dug. It's taken me a couple minutes, just back of the hammer. So that's going to go all the way around, as I believe Kieran will have shown you at some point. All the way around, through, and then it will go up the wall into the meter cabinet, where we'll house our board with our SPD and breakers. So that's the next step, is to get the armoured in while I wait for the cable to arrive. And get all the AC side done then, aside from that one little loop over. So in this cabinet we'll have the board, the SPD, we'll have to add some Henleys to get our tails in. So some new tails from the meter into our Henleys to power the house and our own board. And from there we'll be good to go. Now we've got the consumer unit done, so we've got our solar breaker, we've got our main switch, and we've got an SPD, which is our surge protection device. I've reworked all the Henleys and the tails just to supply power to everywhere else, and it also means they've got the option for more tails in the future if they want. Aside from that, our armoured is now completely under the chippings and goes along. It's cable tied onto the hockey stick with the national grid supply. From there it goes around to our inverter, which is where we're going to move to next. So then we'll gland the armoured into the isolator. We'll do our link over the top of the isolator into the adaptable box for the meter, get all that wired up, and then we can turn it all on. There we are, signing off my Wednesday. So got the DCs done, did that meter cabinet, got everything here ready, more or less. The battery isn't connected yet, so I didn't notice that until a couple of minutes ago. So that will have to be done. It needs to be properly turned on and commissioned yet, and it needs to be tested, and then we can sign it off completely. I'm having to stop now because, as you can see, it is pitch black. So being helped by my trusty little lamp here, and it's cold, but it's not why I'm stopping. So right now, cleaning up, because I've generated quite a bit of mess. I know, electrician cleaning, rare sight, but yeah, a couple bits to put away, a couple bits to put in a bin bag, and then it'll be back to the yard to drop off the van, and off I go home.
I'm heading down this morning to see Jack. He's at the Reed Lewis job, just finishing it off. So it should all be on and finished today. I'm going to go down, go through it, make sure everything's okay, and just give you an update on it. Big Jack is on a number of small jobs today, so he's going to be darting here, there and everywhere. And Connor, I believe, is on a board change, so that's quite interesting. Maybe we'll get over there and see what he's up to in a bit. But yeah, busy Thursday, and then we've got one busy day tomorrow, and then it's the weekend. We need to get a couple more clips on that flexi, because when you come down the road you can see it and it's like that. So we just need to put another one in the middle or something.
Okay.
Alright. Or take the clips off and clip them to the bottom of the soffit plastic so that they are straight on the roof.
I think it's the twisting the cable more than the flexi itself.
Yeah, so maybe take those clips off and then we'll just clip it against the soffit so that it's rigid. Because when you come down the road you can see it and it's a bit...
Fair enough.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so we've got power in there, into the meter, into there. Cool. Do we have Wi-Fi out here?
The Wi-Fi router is in this window.
Oh, so it should be fine.
I checked it yesterday.
This is
hefty.
Substantial.
He's gonna put more around it yet.
Who made it? The customer?
Alan, yeah. He's gonna put a board around here so the water doesn't get in. He's gonna put a big door on. He's gonna feather edge the sides.
I would have done it the whole area so that you could put bins and stuff.
I probably would have.
But yeah.
I mean, that back foot only has one bolt.
Oh well, keeps the water off, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can't even concrete these bits. So yeah, it's definitely substantial.
Nice. Yeah, so we got that going over.
I did. I wanted to try out that metal cable tie gun, which is why you're seeing them about.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Nice.
I've got it there. I've also got it on the banding.
Yeah.
On the.
Got to make sure there's no sharp edge for customers that come to the Airbnb. But yeah, cool. Nice. Yeah, it looks good. So all you can see is one cable.
Yeah.
And that looks good.
I figured it might look a bit neater like that and going into the hole next to it than if we were to cleat up.
Yeah. Morning, you okay?
Oh, what's happening?
I just wanted to see, when is the scaffold coming down in Reed Lewis? Because I'm seeing them today and I'll let them know.
I haven't got a date yet, so I'm not okay. It'll be next week sometime. I haven't quite checked. I'm my eyeballs.
No problem. I think they've got bookings here from the 25th, I believe. But if it's early, I'll let you know.
Let's have a look, yeah. Oh, yeah, it'll be well done before then.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Okay, I'll speak to them this morning now.
Yeah,
all right.
Cheers, pal.
Cheers, Ta. Cool.
Yeah, this is the current predicament because I can't get anything there to clip it.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, we just have to do our best around there because they've kind of made it difficult for us, haven't they?
Yeah.
Just cable tie them together and do our best.
Yeah, because I was going to took most of the slack behind the battery and then it was going to go up. So that it was a lovely open spot to go around and then swipe in, but
We'll cable tie them how we can. That's all we can do. At least this is nice and easy to commission.
don't say that.
So I went back to the Give Energy yesterday in the afternoon. The one that we had the missing battery lead. And turns out when we did the commission, for some reason, the Gen 3 is the dongle's inbuilt, but the inverter and dongle hadn't been paired properly by Give Energy. So they'd paired that dongle with a different inverter. So the dongle connected to the cloud, and when Jack did the commission, he'd commissioned a random inverter somewhere. I don't know how they managed to let that happen. Surely that's a security issue, but hey, that's Give Energy. So I went there yesterday, of course, we're spending more time on site that we really shouldn't have to recommission the system, bring them, an hour and a half on the phone to explain to them that the serial number has been registered wrong, and they had to go into their system to re-register it, and then I had to set it all back up. So yeah, that's just a long process for no reason. So all these reasons are why we're moving away from Give Energy, which is a shame because when the kit's set up properly and works, it works really, really well. But when it doesn't work, it costs us a lot of money. But hopefully that's all set up. The customer's happy. It was all on his app. It was working as it should when I left. So he signed off the job. So hopefully that's all that goes on now. Of course, if we have to go back, we will. But yeah, it's just frustrating. This Fox kit that we're fitting here, it just connects to the internet and turns on. It's, you set parameters and that's that. There's no messing about. It's Give Energy, you turn it on and then it needs, bazillions of updates, and the updates fail all the time. So then you're going to have a degree in IT to be able to get that to work. So
I might as well have one.
yeah, it's just not needed. It's not needed. And then you ring them and then they just, I don't know if they're told to, but they just act stupid on the phone and just make it really difficult. They don't share information. I don't really understand why. They should just tell us, oh, we've had this issue before, this is how we resolved it, but they don't. They want to keep all information in-house, which is a really strange tactic. Seems as we're trained installers with Give Energy. And they just make us look like idiots. So yeah, so we're not really selling their products anymore. We've got the Powerwall, we've got the Power Vault, we've got all the Fox equipment, and that does everything we need. So this one, we've moved the meter on this one now. We've got it in an adaptable box, of course, because it's outside. You all would have seen that in the first video, and you're all probably screaming at the screen saying, that's outside, it's not IP rated, blah, blah, blah. The customer was building something over it anyway, so we've put it in a box as well, just to make sure that's all okay. So it's all covered. It's not going to get any of the elements because it's got this roof, and the customer's going to clad it all again. So yeah, nice and tidy. But the problem is the customer's done this before we were ready, and so it's made it a bit awkward getting cables through, and we've had to swap the AC isolator around the other side. So yeah, if he'd left it for us, it would have been a little bit easier, but it's okay. Better take a picture of that. It's just I've got it from my.
I have got a picture for you, but
I'll grab my oranges. So I got it there. Yeah, stick her all up then.
Yeah, it took me a second to figure out how I was going to do that box without seeing any connections.
Yeah.
So there's just big holes in the side of the cover.
Yeah, because it was by the isolator. Oh, you put a blank in that? Or is it a new? Oh, good.
It's a blank grommet.
Nice. Cool. All right,
aggressively whacked in.
Right, off to see a job now. I can't remember what it is. Something. Go find out what it is. See so many jobs, you really forget what you're looking at half the time. So I've just seen a job, and it's the first one I've come across that has had a bit of a strong reaction to the camera. So Jimmy's with me today, he's filming, and I got out the van to meet the customer, and Jimmy got out. I said, just before we start, we do film for social media, can I check if you'd be happy with that or not? And she said, not at all, get that camera away or I'll smash it up. So yeah, I mean, fair reaction if you don't want to be on the camera, but you know, she was a lovely woman. Jimmy left us to it, and I went through the works, and I'll send her a quote, and you know, she was a lovely woman. But yeah, that was my first exciting reaction to the camera I've ever had. I'll take it over to Connor and we'll get it in today while he's there. Yeah, we'll take it over to Connor, get it in, make sure he's okay, and then I'll be back to the office. We're on the road again, and I'm just heading down to the wholesalers because Connor's doing a board change. We have just called in there, and me and Jimmy changed the oven because, well, you know, Jimmy needed some muscle to help him, and got that out, got the new one in. That's fine. Connor will double check it all when he's testing later, but the tails are just too short for the board change, so I'm going to get him some inline crimps now so we can extend the tails down to the main switch. Did try and get some footage for you, but the customer didn't want us to film, which is fine, that's not a problem. Initially she was okay, then she asked where we're using it. I said, well, on our social media. We won't, you know, tell them where we are or who you are or anything, and we'll keep the filming you know, located where we're working, so you know, nobody would ever know where we are. But no, the social media put her off, but that's fine. She said she's not on social media, so she doesn't want us to put it on. That's fine, you know, I can't make anyone film, but that's what Connor's up to. We've done the oven, gonna go get his crimps, and then I'll be back in the office for the afternoon. Jack has been at that Reed Lewis job. I'll probably pop back there later now and just get some footage of it completely finished and stick it up. And I believe Jack is doing some fiddles now for some Ring doorbell cameras. He was going to ask if we can film there. Don't know if we can. So I think we've got to get a new system in place. Maybe getting some pre-authorization to film with customers so we know going forward, so we can plan our filming a bit better. I didn't think it would be this difficult to film the jobs. A lot of our work, the bigger works, is nobody on site. We're working outside. It doesn't really make any difference. But when we're working in people's houses, we've got to be a little bit more thoughtful. So yeah, that's today. Catch you in a bit. So we're back again. I've just come to check that it's all labelled up properly and make sure it looks nice and tidy, which it does. We still need to get that conduit sorted out because little Jack has forgotten, so we'll pop back at some point and just straighten that out. But everything else is finished, so we can get the paperwork all processed. Yeah.
Can I send Jack a picture of it?
Nah. Cool, perfect. Yeah, a little bit dusty because he's been working here, but looks good. Scaffolding will be down now, so I just wanted to just pop in and double check everything was okay. We've got the oven dropped off, the one we just changed for the customer. Got the old one here now. She didn't know what to do with it, so I just said I'll take it for scrap. Chuck it on the trailer next time we do a scrap run. So got all the stuff arrived. Well, we've got one more ladder and a couple of little bits, but for the new van, pipe tube, pipe racks, roof racks, pipe tube. So yeah, all getting here, all ready to go now. We can start getting that van loaded up, and then 2nd of December it's going in for racking, so that'll be ready then, and we'll be looking for somebody. I think we're going to try and get an advert out next week to try getting our next electrician, but we've got quite a strict criteria because we are possibly going to be looking for someone a little bit more qualified in management and supervision, so they can maybe run the team, because we will be looking for a QS to a point, whether that's someone already on our team or someone new. You know, the position will be open for whoever wants to apply for it. But we do need to take a lot of things into consideration because they do need to be able to manage the team and run jobs. So yeah, lots of stuff happening, and we also need a new social media person because Jimmy will be leaving. So although he'll still be able to support us from where he's living, we will need someone on the ground here. So we will be looking for someone. So you'll also see that job advert out, and if you know of anybody, just point them in our direction. I was going to try and see a job this morning, but I don't think the customer's there, so I'm going to rearrange that for next week. But I'm here all day. I'm waiting for Jimmy to come. We're going to do watch throughs of the final cuts of the videos because they're going to be launched this weekend. So that's exciting. And we've got a meeting this afternoon with Che to go through some more of the business development stuff ready for Monday, because Monday we've got a team building day, or team development day. So we've got lots happening then, which we'll fill you in on early next week. Jack is back at Jenny's today, doing the outside lights. So I think he's got the camera and he'll get you some footage of that. And Connor is back on the rewire, and then Jack and Connor are both off. I managed to book in, or I managed to get the boys to book themselves in to do their final exams to get their 18th edition updates. So Jack and Connor will be doing that in January. That means they're going to be off for 3 days, so we're going to have to pay them for 3 days during January to go to the college and do that. They happen to be on Fridays, so that means for 3 Fridays in a row in January, we're going to have 3 boys in college. So that'll be a little bit challenging, but we do have job adverts going out hopefully next week, so maybe we'll fill the position by then, so we'll have more people out on the road. Yeah, I have some time today. Got stuff I need to do this morning, but this afternoon I may have time to get the roof racks on the new van. We'll see how I get on.
And we're heading back to a job that we went to on the previous post on social media. So it's one you will have seen a couple of weeks ago, I'd imagine. So we originally went there to fit outside lights. We've got pictures of us doing the high level ones as posted on social media, and today we're going back to do a motorised valve swap, chasing 2 new sockets, and we've also got 6 more outside lights to do, but these are decorative low level ones as opposed to floods that were fitted last time. So got a day to do it, just driving there now, can't wait to crack on. So I'm at the job. So far today I've managed to chase in and wire 2 new double sockets, one in the hallway, one in the kitchen. They've both been fitted with a lovely decorative faceplate, so to keep in style with the rest of the house. For the last hour or so I have been terminating connections in the loft. That is for the purpose of all their outside lights. There's 6 on this property. Obviously I mentioned earlier that it is on the social media, the ones that I've just terminated. I think there's pictures of me actually running the cables too. So the lights themselves are just up here, all controlled by this kinetic switch. Press the button, wirelessly sends a signal, which turns on all the lights. Click it again, turns it off. You can have dimmable modes, but the floodlights we've installed don't. But they hadn't actually requested that they'd be able to dim their lights. It kind of defeats the purpose of them.
I'm distracted from office duties because we had a delivery. Look at this sea of yellow. Always nice to get new tools. Not that I'll get to use any of these. These are all for the new van, so part of the grants we qualified for, 50% of some investment for the van. So yeah, we've claimed the tools, you know, the ladders, the racking inside, the dash cams, you know, seat covers. So basically it's helped to get another van on the road to employ someone else. So the advert for this van will be going out soon. But yeah, so that was a cool delivery. Now it's lunchtime, so I'll make sure Jack is recording for you.
So I built all the lights. They were those Build-A-Bear light fittings, the ones where you have to build them all together yourself, you know, install your own cable, make your own base plate, pick the angle of everything. Yeah, there's 6 lights, so it took a minute, and came to the end of it all, mounted all the plates. They're the mounting plates. Obviously drilled all the holes, went to fit the first one after stripping the first cable, and it dawned on me that these fittings were not IP rated. They are actually completely bare, no backing plate or anything like that. So I'll show you the fitting now. So after constructing them, they look a little bit like this. The outside fills with glass, but nothing fits on the bottom, nothing goes on the back, just cables, no seals, even silicone can't save you. So I told the customer, let him know he's going to have to look into getting more lights, sadly, as these were all imported from Saudi Arabia, which is one of the reasons they were so difficult to build, because all the instructions were in Arabic, and unfortunately I don't speak it or read it. But yeah, so I went inside. I've finished the inside lights. There were two left, one above the kitchen island, one above, not above, but one in the back porch. After I've mounted those, I head upstairs and I change the motorized valve, ready to be, well, ready for the heating. So now they've got heat again, important given these coming winter months, which seem like they're already here, to be honest. Yeah, that is the end of my Friday. See you next week.